everybody? Welcome back to an episode of The 3 Count. I'm War Machine MJ.
With Rodimus Prime.
And Mainstream Malcolm.
He's making his first appearance in months.
I know.
It's been too long.
Yeah, because I usually do this crap like after work. Anywho, we're here today to talk about Monday Night Raw.
Do we have to?
Well, before we get into that, let's talk a little backstage news. And no, I don't mean the show backstage, because I haven't watched this week's episode.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it since the first episode.
Oh, you should watch it, especially since they got Punk on there.
I know, I watched it last night. But, as he mentioned, we are not talking about the actual show, just some news and notes from the world of WWE.
Let's start with the big one.
Yeah.
4 releases this past weekend.
Yes.
And let's start them in order of importance. Numbers 2 through 4, Sin Cara and the Ascension.
Yeah.
And then number 1, the big one, Luke Harper.
Yeah!
Yeah!
He is finally a free man.
He's finally a free man, and he has dropped his gimmick name, and he's gone back to Brody Lee, the name he trademarked.
Oh, Brody Lee?
Yeah.
Brody Lee? That was his indie name.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
But unfortunately for them, well, mostly Harper. We only care about Harper.
Because he's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you look at it this way. We didn't care about the Ascension.
Even though they could have been great. They could have been great.
They could have been great, but
Facts.
they were murdered right from the go when they cut that god-awful promo.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
And then Sin Cara,
The Cursed Mask.
it really doesn't matter because WWE owns the gimmick and they're going to slap it onto some random jamote.
Yeah.
I'd say it's going to be Cedric Alexander in the next month or two.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
God, I hope not.
Don't do it.
I mean, that's what happened to Hunico.
Yeah.
And he just fell off.
Because the original Sin Cara, Mystico, in Mexico, left because he broke his little finger.
Well, that and a whole lot of issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's throwing drinks at people and wanting to start fights.
Yeah.
But other than that, they can't wrestle. Well, I was gonna say they can no longer wrestle. They can't wrestle for 90 days. They have a 90-day no compete clause.
Which is just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, because I think Harper's comes up March 8th of next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so he'll be a free man by March, no matter if it was going to be his contract running out or a release.
And
Yeah.
by the time Formula 1 will be back. Yes.
Yeah.
I miss Formula 1.
We're just going to ignore that. ACH has quit wrestling.
Who?
ACH.
Oh, well, you see where Shad Gaspar went at him on Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to go too heavily deep into it.
Gaspar.
Gaspar, however you pronounce his last
Oh,
name.
okay. So
But anyway, he was just saying how he needs to shut the fuck up and how mental illness is a real thing.
Yeah.
Because you never know, we always talk shit about ACH. And we don't know if he's really going through something, in all seriousness. We just never know.
I mean, he was originally let go from WWE because of the whole T-shirt fiasco.
Yeah.
Which, aside from being a completely awful design for a T-shirt, a lazy design, it was also, negatively racially connotated.
Oh, you're talking about Jordan Miles?
Jordan Miles, bingo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's ACH.
Yes.
Oh.
And what was funny is that he came back to MLW. Before all of this, before he quit wrestling, they had announced that he was back with the company. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think people kind of berated him over his return.
Yeah. What else? Some unfortunate news. 2 people have been suspended.
In order of importance, we're going to start with Epico? Primo. It was one of those colognes that we never see on TV anymore.
Yeah. I mean, like I said before, last I heard, he and his brother Epico were working for their dad's promotion in Puerto Rico. But to my surprise and to everybody else's surprise, he's still with the company.
Yeah,
Somehow.
for whatever reason. Oh, your pen fell off.
Oh.
Somehow, some way, he's still there.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
haven't used him in like a year, as if they use him ever.
Maybe him working on his dad's promotion is probably just like, downtime until they need him back in the WWE.
So he can be a jobber again and sit at home and collect the
And get
paycheck and do
destroyed?
nothing?
Both.
All of
Bingo.
that. Pretty much all of
I
that.
mean, it's kind of, it sounds great if you think about it.
Well, yeah.
And then,
But the big one, the absolutely
you all right?
glorious one, cough it out, the absolutely glorious suspension of Bob Roode.
Yeah, Bobby Roode. suspended for 30 days. We don't know what they tested positive for. This is their first offense. I was surprised with Epico that this is his first offense for as long as he's been with the company.
I was surprised he was still with the company.
I
True.
forgot about him.
Yeah.
True.
But
yeah.
But yeah, whether or not this was the case for it or not, Bob Roode and Dolph Ziggler were the original challengers for the New Day's titles at TLC.
Really?
Yeah. But that decision was dropped when Bob Roode literally got buried on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah, by Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And effective yesterday, Tuesday, they are on their suspension for 30 days.
So yeah, that's the big news in the WWE and kind of related to WWE. So let's go ahead and talk about
yeah, and Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yes. I think I briefly mentioned this on one of the Super episodes. Anyway, but yeah, they went ahead and talked about the first two inductees to the Hall of Fame.
Bautista.
Given that, are you done?
Sorry.
Is you finished or is you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay.
Given that tickets to WrestleMania in Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa.
That's
Thank you.
WrestleMania weekend.
Thank you for helping me fill in the blanks.
Yeah. 'cause-
Tampa went on sale Friday.
yeah. If it wasn't this Friday, if it wasn't last Friday, it's this Friday because their tickets go on sale for the Hall of Fame, which is on a Thursday, SmackDown, which is on a Friday, the Takeover Show, which is on Saturday, WrestleMania, which is on Sunday,
And then SmackDown, and
Raw.
then
and Raw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
2 episodes of SmackDown in the same 5 days.
Well, that's better than Raw.
Depends on how it's booked.
True.
But yeah, whether to bolster ticket sales or because ticket sales are not where they need to be, they went ahead and announced the first 2 inductees to the Hall of Fame. We're getting Batista and we're getting the NWO, which is represented by Hall, Nash, Hogan, and for whatever reason, X-Pac. I'm sorry, Six-Pac.
Yeah.
They called him Six-Pac in WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would have thought they just would have went with Hogan, Hall, and Nash, being that they're
The big three.
they're the actual founding members of the group.
I mean, word on the street is next year they're going to be inducted again as the Outsiders.
What?
You actually think I'm serious, but I'm not.
Oh my God.
At this point, the Hall of Fame, they're just randomly putting people in the Hall of Fame because I read that the 2020 class this is just a rumor now, so don't quote me on it. The 2020 class of the Hall of Fame will include the NWO, Batista, Kane, Big Show, and the Bella Twins.
Bro.
Again, it's just a rumor.
Damn.
So yeah,
I don't take him seriously at this point.
I don't think nobody does anymore.
I mean, what if this is the year that they finally induct Owen?
or Demolition,
Yeah,
Why they
okay.
haven't
or
got Demolition yet?
I don't know.
Do they have problems with them in the past or what?
I guess.
Psycho Sid and Vader need to go in.
No, Sid's leg needs to go in before he does.
Oh!
Yeah. You know what? Let's just go ahead and talk
It
about
needs a
Raw.
memorial.
Well,
honestly.
before we get to Raw, we just ignored Batista. He's going in.
In his nose ring.
Well, whether or not he shows up with his nose
In
ring.
them tight ass jeans.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. I don't care what kind of jeans he shows up in. Anyway, yeah, Batista going into the Hall of Fame this early. I feel it's well deserved.
Might as well.
I agree.
He seems like he's done with the biz, you know, given that he is smashing it in the box office.
Yeah. And
Smash.
apparently smashing Dan Brooke too.
Yeah, did you hear who he wants induct him?
Finley.
Finley.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Because he had a lot of nice things to say about Finley. Apparently he was a good backstage hand during the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention, he is a damn good technical wrestler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Finley name has gone a long way. I mean, four generations worth.
Even though he rocked that ugly mullet in WCW.
Oh my God.
He had a mullet.
Really?
Yes.
Listen, Ricky Morton at 60-something years old still has his mullet, and that's been 30-something years
You know
ago.
who got the best mullet? Mike Gundy.
Who?
He's an Oklahoma State football coach.
Oh, the come at me, I'm a man when he did the
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's older now, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's still got a great moment. So.
All right, you guys ready to talk about Raw?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk about Raw anyways.
Oh my god.
Yeah, since the whole Kappa thing is running around on YouTube, we're gonna slip a little bit more shits and fucks in there. So, want to start this episode of Monday Night Raw off by saying, "Shut the fuck up, Lana." Usually I say shut the fuck up, Jerry, but Lana was the most annoying part of this whole show.
I'm glad I missed this shit.
All right, because
I actually saw the whole thing.
we kicked off the show with Rusev and Lana signing their divorce papers, with Jerry the King Lawler in the ring.
Oh god.
Yeah, Lana comes out first, and her lawyer hands Jerry a piece of paper saying she has lifted the restraining order, so they could, sign their divorce papers. Whatever. Rusev comes out there, and he is just overselling how cheesy this is. He's got a big smile on his face. He's happy towards the people. Best day of his life, he gets to divorce his wife. They keep going back and forth. All Rusev is trying to do is exclaim how happy he is to sign these papers, but Lana keeps turning every interruption into 5-minute monologues and just going overboard with the acting with it.
Yeah.
Again, I'm glad I missed this shit.
Now, the theory I've heard floating around about this whole situation that I'm keen to is Rusev and Lana are doing everything in their power to sabotage this storyline, while Bob Lashley is the only one that takes it serious.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I heard the rumored end game was that Rusev and Lana are supposed to reunite. That's the rumored end.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. It didn't work the second time around. It didn't work the first time around, I should say. Because remember when they did that Rusev, Lana, Dolph Ziggler, Summer Rae bit?
Oh.
I'm glad I don't remember it.
And they broke it off early because Rusev and Lana got real life married.
And Vince got mad.
Yeah, Vince also got mad because he cut his hair.
He cut his hair? Oh my god.
Trash.
But yeah, Lana winds up signing the divorce paper, and Rusev says he'll sign it unless he gets a match with Booty Lashley at some point.
Booty Lashley.
At any point in time. It doesn't matter what day, because it's always
Rusev Day.
bingo. Because that cheer was over like over. Booty Lashley came out there, ready for a scrap. Rusev signed the document before they got to scrapping, and Booty Lashley got put through a table.
Yep.
And we're going to get a tables match at TLC between Rusev and Booty Lashley.
Booty.
Oh, I'm serious. It's happening.
Oh, I know. I'm just,
He doesn't care.
just in this storyline now.
Here's someone you should care about. Matt Hardy got beat by Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
He got
I
eaten
saw
out of
where,
existence by a Claymore kick.
Yeah,
I saw where he's teasing his departure.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad how they use Matt, but, I understand it.
I mean, he's probably just going to take some time off.
Yeah, and of course his wife had to get on Twitter and go off.
And he has a new baby boy. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we had Viking Raiders Open Challenge,
Okay.
where basically they're tired of beating jobbers, so they put on an open challenge.
Jibbers.
Street Profits answered. And those two always put on a good match, but the Viking Raiders got the win in the end. And after a post-match sign of respect, out comes Seth Rollins.
Oh, what?
Was it for the titles or non-title?
Non-title.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Seth Rollins came out there, and while all four men were standing in the ring, he basically said, "Listen, I got some business I need to take care of. Stay or go, I don't care." So, Street Profits and Viking Raiders left.
He's like, we out this bitch.
And Seth was in the ring, right?
Yeah, Seth was in the ring.
Jesus Christ.
I forget what all Seth said.
Basically just people saying, oh, you need to shut up, you suck, and
and basically say, "What? I forgot how he said it. What more do you want from me?" That.
Basically, he's too busy dying on the cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently he was supposed to have a match Monday night, but he broke his little finger, so they're trying to be careful with him.
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo freaking who.
At least he didn't go home like the original Sin Cara, just because he dislocated his finger.
He just went home like
that is true.
Like a little biatch.
But yeah, he was interrupted by Kevin Owens, who was who's basically looking for the AOP.
Holding it down.
Listen, Kevin Owens, he wanted to give somebody the smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, earlier in the night, Kevin Owens was hunting for the AOP, and he passed by Rey Mysterio. You know, they exchanged some respects, you know, and Rey's just like, well, you know, if you ever need some help, me and the homie, we got you. And Kevin Owens was like, no, I don't need to drag you in this. And Rey's like, okay, I understand, but my homies got you. And he hands him the pipe.
Oh.
You mean that round-looking, toilet roll-looking thing?
I say it's still a taped-up pool noodle. Anyway, there's a backstage segment before Kevin Owens got out there where he asked Mojo Rawley where the AOP went. And Mojo was just dicking around with him. He's just like, they went that way. No, wait, they went that way. Actually, they went that way. And so KO is just like, okay. Slaps him and he sits back down. He's like, now you went down. So, yeah, KO comes in the ring. He interrupts Seth Rollins. Basically, he put two and two together that AOP is aligned with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And Seth is like, well, you know what? AOP just show up. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm a bounce.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets out the ring like a bitch.
Like a little biatch.
So KO heads backstage where he sees AOP's van pull up. And, yeah, he's swinging and beating down on the van. I know I'm jumping ahead and I'm missing a few segments, but just follow me on this one.
Yeah.
He beats on it. He gets to the back doors. He opens it up, and there's a swivel chair in the middle of the van.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's got a hoodie dude on there. And before KO can, you know, swivel him around, AOP sees him and beat him down.
Yeah.
Swivel chair turns around, hoodie pops off, and it's Seth Rollins. Dastardly heel.
Yeah, I saw that part.
Yeah. Well, I'm explaining to the camera.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
Get out of your own head.
I mean, I saw the clip. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Just making sure you were paying attention with my train of thought.
I am.
All right.
Yeah.
Since I just skipped over half of the show.
I mean, half the show sucked anyway.
Yeah.
All of it did.
But
Facts.
then later on, Seth Rollins came out with AOP, and I don't know what the hell he said. I was in the middle of a PlayStation party.
I'm with AOP, bitch, because I don't care. I'm better than you guys and all that stuff.
Like I said earlier, he's too busy dying on the cross. CrossFit
What more
Jesus.
do you want of it?
CrossFit Jesus. CrossFit Jesus. Anyway, shortly after, going back a ways, shortly after Seth Rollins bounced from the ring while Kevin Owens was in there, Mojo Rawley confronted KO with Sami Zayn of all people in his corner. Yeah.
Question. I thought they were supposed to have a push for Mojo Rawley. What happened to that?
It failed.
What happened to Mojo Rawley, period? Wasn't he supposed to be Broken Glass Man?
Yeah, because he always tell the mirror and stuff.
And he had that blue ink on his face.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, some mirror cracks.
I don't know. I guess they just fell off on that. They just.
You know what? He is having a big main event push on main event.
Oh!
Where he beat Cedric Alexander.
Wow. Really?
Yes. I'm serious.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but yeah, all Sammy wanted KO to do was apologize, and Mojo Rawley was like, well, you know what? Everybody's tough when they got a pipe in their hand, so... And this was smooth and fluid.
Yeah.
KO takes the pipe, tosses it to Mojo. Mojo catches it, and he catches a stunner.
Dumbass.
Just smooth choreography right there.
I got you, bitch.
Yeah, later on down the show, and oh god, this was horrible. they did a, you know the Weekend Update bit from SNL, right?
Yeah.
I saw. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro.
Wait.
They what they call it, the Raw.
The After Weekend Update on Monday or something like that.
Stupidly long.
Bro, I literally turned to the Monday Night Football game.
And even that was trash.
Even as trash as that was, I would rather watch that than that shit. That whole Weekend Update shit with the Street Profits. I'm like, bro, really?
My question is, who wrote that material? Because that wasn't Ford and Dawkins.
The so-called creative team.
Who thought of this shit in the first place?
The best part was just Dawkins. Because he sounds like he's constantly stoned. Disney Plus fam! The best part, but it was awful. Because it was just dissecting different segments with horrible comedy.
Oh my god.
If you could even call it comedy, I call it a breach violation of the Geneva Convention.
Jesus
Is
Christ.
that terrible?
There was also a really killer Aleister Black Akira Tozawa match. Where the spot that killed me was Tozawa went for a suicide dive and he got kneed right in the face.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Get short.
Anyway, Aleister Black beat Tozawa with the Black Mass. And then after he got done with his match, he cut a promo. Still in his gear, still huffing and puffing, calling out Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
For their match at TLC. They're actually getting a match. More than likely on the kickoff show, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And yep.
And they're not going to give him enough time.
Nope. Probably like 10 minutes max.
Next, there was a backstage segment where Humberto Carrillo was getting interviewed. Apparently, he's going to be a hot rising prospect in the year 2020.
Wasn't he supposed to be hot and rising this year?
Apparently. Until he just got beat the hell down by the OC. Anyway, he was about to speak when Zelina Vega was saying, was talking some trash, so he let her go first on the mic.
Yeah.
Andrade took exception to that, even though Humberto Carrillo was being a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So that led to a match. This was a really good match. Down the line, Zelina Vega got on the apron, distracting Humberto. And Andrade comes bull rushing in when Humberto sidestepped Andrade and he trucked Zelina Vega full force. And Humberto Carrillo got the win with a roll-up.
Mm-hmm.
There's the big push.
What happened to Cedric Alexander's push?
It died.
Buried on main event.
Jesus Christ. Fuck main event. Who watches this shit? Why is this shit even still a thing?
I forgot that was a damn show.
Because it's on the network.
I forgot it was a damn
It
show.
was on WGN America.
And then they was like, no.
Just like WWE Superstars, and that shit was...
WGN said they had enough of that shit. Literally, they
Okay.
stopped. They don't care
I
anymore.
watched a couple of episodes of Superstars when it started up. Then I realized how lame it was, and I was like, no, I'm done.
And
It's like a-
WGN's just like, nope, it's lame.
It's like a D-level show for people who don't fucking matter.
It's Sunday Night Heat.
It's Sunday Night Heat on the weekdays. The fuck?
Anyway, yeah, we also had a Buddy Murphy Zack Ryder match where, surprise, surprise, Buddy Murphy got the victory.
And just destroyed
Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, yeah, destroyed
We knew
Zack
it.
Ryder.
And he took out Kurt Hawkins with a stiff-looking potato.
Yep.
AOP and Seth Rollins, we talked about that. Next, we finally had my longest reigning Raw Women's Champion / future ex-wife Becky Lynch on TV.
That's a lot to digest.
That is. I mean, she is the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion.
Facts.
She's also miserable in the tag team division. Her and Charlotte both.
Bruh,
Why do they need to be in there?
have they just run out of female tag teams to compete
Yeah.
with the Kabuki Warriors?
Yep.
At this point, the women's tag team titles don't mean shit.
No, they don't.
I mean, granted, they got them on some nice.
Your elbow was blocking him.
Sorry.
female talent, but the fact of the matter is,
I was doing him.
I mean, I watched the match. Kyrie Sane won, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Becky and Kyrie.
No, this was 2-on-1.
Oh shit! Well, the Kabuki Warriors won.
Well, anyway, yeah, they showed Charlotte in the trainer's room, basically licking her wounds last week. And Becky's like, well, you know what? I don't need to tag with you. I can take both of them down better than you could ever do. So they had this match. Becky put up a good fight, but she lost. No green mist. Actually, yeah, Becky won by disqualification.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because she got elbowed through the table.
No, the chair.
No, chair. Oscar brought in a chair and swung it around.
Yeah, but then they laid Becky on the table and...
Yeah, that was the closing part of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Then they go back to the trainer room where Becky is, getting her shoulder looked at. And Charlotte's just like, well, I guess we're going to be teammates again.
This is so dumb.
Yeah, and as Charlotte was walking out, she got beat up by the Kabuki Warriors.
Damn.
Here's where it takes another turn.
Oh my god.
Asuka and Kairi Sane cut a promo where all Asuka wound up saying was, we challenge you to challenge us for our women's tag team titles. They worded it weird, but it's basically, we dare you to challenge us for our titles.
And basically, it sounded like they were talking to Charlie because she was interviewing them and she was like, I don't understand Japanese. Can you please speak English?
She had a great line after the interview finished. She said, I need to learn more languages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that. This whole thing, I'm just like, why?
Poor Charlie.
The fuck?
Just gotta learn more languages, man.
Alright, you want to know why the fuck? Because we had Eric Rowan in his bag box, or his box bag, whichever one you want to call it, with his skunk in there.
What the fuck is in that thing?
Why are they still trying to make this shit a thing? What the fuck is in the cage? Not that I care, but why are they still trying to make this shit a thing?
But you know what they actually did with this jobber match? Actually had the jobber think smart. Because as soon as Eric Rowan got in the ring, the jobber ducked out the ring, picked up the bag box, ran all the way to the top of the stage, placed it down while Eric Rowan was chasing him, ran around Rowan, got back into the ring, and tried for a countout.
Oh my god.
And Rowan got back in the ring at the count of 6. And then just whooped this dude's ass in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, it ended on a referee stoppage. Hey, the jobber thought smart for once.
Okay, I'll give him credit for that. That was smart. But again, Eric Rowan, why the fuck are they trying to make this shit a thing?
Cause reasons.
The only thing I want to know about all of this shit, what the fuck is in the cage? Other than that, I don't care.
It's gonna be like a fucking... I don't know. They don't tell me.
It's going to be the dude's soul from Pulp Fiction. You just lost all your LA privileges.
Oh man.
And finally, in the main event, we had Rey Mysterio defending his United States Championship against AJ Styles because rematch clauses are back.
Wait,
I
didn't they...
I
Wait,
thought they'd stop that.
hold on, pause. In January, did they not say that rematches no longer exist?
Yeah,
Did they not say that?
Yeah, they also said, we hold the power. We are the authority.
I knew that was a lie when Triple H said that shit.
You hold the power. You am authority, but I am authority. Nobody plays the game like me. Nobody wins the game against me.
So evidently, like he said, rematch clauses are a thing still in WWE.
Yep.
They basically just told a bold-faced ass lie saying that we are the authority, we're going to see all of this new stuff, and we no longer have rematch clauses. We got a fucking rematch clause. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love having you on these shows.
God, I'm just saying. Listen, for everybody out there, I know I'm going overboard, okay? But this shit makes no fucking sense. Who's booking this shit?
Creatine.
God dang it. Rematch clauses are not supposed to exist. Who's doing this shit? Besides Vince McMahon, who is doing this shit?
That's just your rants are like lightning in a bottle.
I'm just saying though. I know I'm going overboard.
No, keep going.
Keep
I'm
going.
just saying,
Yeah,
though.
keep going, bro. Keep going.
Continue, please. This was a good match.
This was a great match.
Stupid rematch clause.
Thank you.
There was a botch at the finish, but I'm trying to remember what the botch was. I know they were running short on time.
It was when AJ, he was finna do something. Randy Orton slipped in and just did like this. Like he didn't even touch AJ. He just like,
How you doing?
and AJ turned around. Then he left, and then Ray rolled him up for the pin, and then 1, 2, 3.
How's that a botch?
Well, they said it was a botch. Well, what culture said that the ending was botched?
I didn't see a botch with it. All Randy Orton did was he slid in, winked at AJ, and then AJ got rolled
Yeah,
up.
that's what I'm talking about. And then they cut the show off with like a minute left.
Yeah,
It was like 9:59. You know they got that hard cutoff at 10 now, right?
yeah.
It was 9:59, and they put the copyright thing at the bottom of the screen, and the show went off like that.
At least they finished the match before the show went off.
And then all I heard was your winner and still, and then they went to the next show. I was like, what?
So yeah, apparently it's botched, but nobody will explain why. I don't even listen to What Culture News.
I don't even watch them.
I don't like their news.
The only
bits.
the only thing I watch from
Or Cultaholic.
I love Cultaholics news.
the only thing I watch from What Culture is the list.
Yeah.
I watch The List and The Wise.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I watch is Wise and List.
Oh, and if
What's the name?
well, the Jules videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great. Cultaholic news. I love watching them
Oh yeah.
because Tom Campbell. He's such a delight.
Oh God.
He's so damn funny. Speaking of Tom Campbell, he actually got his Keith Lee chant over at Full Sail.
Really?
Yeah, because last week while NXT was on commercial, they played him singing the Keith Lee song while they were doing their reactions to War Games.
Cool.
You know, don't you forget about Keith.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, got over, so. But yeah, that's Monday Night Raw and ranting by Rod in a nutshell.
Listen, I wish I could hold that sign up like Triple H back in the day and just ask, who booked this shit?
Well, I'd do the Eric Bischoff one. Just hold up a sign, Vince fears ratings.
You know what? They need to induct him with the NWO, and they need to induct that sign with Eric Bischoff in the Hall of Fame.
No, they need to induct Eric Bischoff by himself.
Okay.
That's the man.
And induct that sign with Eric Bischoff, too.
Yeah.
I mean, WCW did whoop WWE in the ratings like almost 2 years in a row.
83 weeks.
Which is insane.
83 consecutive weeks.
Long weeks.
But you got to remember, it's not a one-night sprint. It's a marathon.
Yes. Miracle.
To quote the famous words of Triple H.
Okay.
Who runs a one-night sprint?
I don't know. You got to be mighty brave to do a one-night sprint.
You got to be just strong as fuck.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, plug time. If you enjoy his opinions, but not his ugly ranting face, he has a podcast. Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime on the CastBox app. Go check it out.
Yes, episode 20 up right now. 21 will be out tomorrow.
Blackjack. Anyway, that being said, I'm War Machine MJ.
And I'm Rodimus Prime with my rantings.
And Malcolm. Mainstream Malcolm.
Yeah, don't use your real name. And we will see you guys next time.